Unique Noise presents Who Are You?, where we interview you and get to know you on a deeper level, with your hosts Joel and
Sam,
along with our guest
Chili Rivera. All right.
In this episode, we talk a good amount about his passion, which is summer camp. Running summer camp on Catalina Island. And some of the things that came up were the amount of bravery that it takes to perform in those, I guess, talent shows? What did you call it?
Massive one. Camp Fox has got talent.
There you go. And that brings us to our quote from... I'm pretty sure I'm going to pronounce this right. Anais Nin. And the quote goes, "Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage."
Ooh, I like that. God damn it. We've been doing... God damn. What? We haven't even started the fucking show. Have we not started recording? We've been recording. Like, I cut out like 20 minutes of our conversation already. Man. And then we started recording again, and we're at like 16 minutes, and we still haven't even started the show.
No. Well, I think we started it, and we're just off to...
I can use some of this audio. I'm aware of that. But okay. We haven't actually started the show.
We haven't started the topic.
All right, how do we start? How do we kick this
I
thing
wait
off?
for cues from Sam.
God damn it. All right. Yeah, no, I got to do my fucking job is the problem. And it's Friday, and I've been...
Are we doing an
stressed out at work, Sam?
Yeah, no, I've been stressed out at work for fucking 3 weeks. All right. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Hold on.
He's already slurring his words.
Yeah, I know. Let me
Someone
say
needs
it.
another drink.
Thank you for being here, Jose.
Thank you for having me. I got your text about being on, and I think it was a Sequoia or somewhere. I was doing something. So, like, I was like, okay, I'm going to reply to this at some point. And then I think a little bit more time than I wanted went past. And I'm like, oh, yeah, he texted me. Let me reply to him. Yeah, you caught me at the tail end of what was like a busy month and a half. So when we had like talked about a potential date. And I'm like, can you do this date instead? Because I remember thinking, like, I'll be done with everything that I'm doing now by that point. And he said it worked, and I'm glad it worked out. But I remember I was like, man, I'm, like, really busy these days. I don't know if I can pull this.
I think you're the only person that I texted or messaged. I can't remember how our conversation went, but you're one of those people that, like, I reached out to. You messaged almost right away saying like, hey, I'll get back to you on on some time that will work. Mm-hmm. But you're the only person who actually followed up on it. So then it was like, holy shit, like, yeah, it's working. Like things are going. Yeah, no, that was great. So I really appreciate that because
for sure, yeah.
I had, I think, several other people reach out in the same way where they're like, oh, well, I'll get back to you. And I was like, all right, they're brushing me off. Like, they're not coming on. But you actually followed up on it. I really appreciate that.
Of course, yeah. And I appreciate you being able to meet on a Friday because I remember thinking, like, weekdays are going to be tough. Rancho isn't that far from LA, but it is because of the traffic.
Yeah, depending on what time.
I'm like, if I do it on a weekday, because I start work at 6. And yeah, I'm working from home, so I can't really complain. But I'm like, I'd rather do it on a day where I don't have to work the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I appreciate you guys having me on today. I don't know if you guys usually do weekdays.
We've never done a Friday before.
Really?
But we have done Saturdays.
All right, and we got a Friday showing.
Maybe a Sunday?
I think so.
Maybe. We've done weekends before, but we've never done a Friday before.
Okay.
Well, maybe we have done a Friday.
One of the
we have a spreadsheet for this shit, so...
There you go.
Maybe.
Hit me with the stats whenever you can.
Okay, so we've had you sign the waiver.
Yes.
That was like an hour ago.
Also, yes.
So let's start off with a brief introduction about who you are.
All right.
Kind of like the blurb that you would put on social media, like who you are, what you're about and stuff, and then how we know each other.
Sure, okay. So my name is Jose, but 90% of people in my life know me as Chili. It's been my nickname forever and a day. How would I describe? I mean, like, I'm a father to this wild 9-year-old boy that I love to death. He's a clone of myself. I didn't know you could actually clone people, but I will show you pictures later of when I was his age. We're the same person. I'm a lover of music, maybe a little bit too much, but I love me some music and any type of music, really. I like to take long walks on the beach. But really, I don't know what else there is. Like, I'm a single father, and I work in telecommunications. That's been cool. I have been dabbling with writing skits just for fun. Hopefully some of them are funny. I don't know yet. I guess we'll see. But, and I know you guys because both of you guys were my superiors at a job once upon a time, which we have many fond and wild memories at. That's who I am. I'm Chili Rivera. Nice to meet you.
Hell yeah. So where should we begin, Joel?
At the beginning of time,
Going back.
when God farted the big gas ball that we were all riding on.
I
came out at the
I
perfect
can't
time.
wait till I have my crossbow. I'm gonna start pointing it at you when I ask you that question.
And I'll still answer the same.
Jose brought gifts.
I did. I brought a couple.
So
one
there's
for
this.
Joel and one for Sam. You guys can decide who gets what, or you can
Well,
just share
we're
them,
gonna put both
like
of them.
siblings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said that I had a story for that other one. This is just
Well, this is a plant
Cute
from
little
Shroot's
plant.
Farm.
Little welcome,
Shroot
like,
Farm,
thanks
which
for having me on,
I
kind of
have
plant.
I have selfishly claimed for myself.
Which,
because
by the way,
we've
it's an
talked about
aloe
The
plant
Office.
because I feel like we're all
Yep.
kind of in our healing era, and the aloe plant has healing properties. No, but okay, so I actually, real quick, I told you there was a story behind the Benihana figurine back there, right?
Okay. Let's
And so,
put that on the table here for Joel.
Bring on all here. Let's have the guests take a look at it. Whoa!
Okay,
all right.
so now I saw the sword already, right?
Yes,
But I feel like the sword was created or crafted by somebody at the restaurant.
no.
Holy shit. Okay, let's get it.
All right,
Let's get the story.
Let's get into it. Right. So about I don't know, 6, maybe even 7 years ago, we were at a Benihana's. My family and I were at Benihana's. It was like actually it was around here because they live out here in Rancho, and we went out to eat and we sat at this table. And nobody took our order for almost an hour, and we were like, "Man, they must be busy." But no, they just put us like in a faraway table, and they just forgot about us. And we were like, let's leave. Why are we even here? And so we all got up and we started walking out, and the manager saw it. Oh, where are you going? And we're like, you guys never served us. Like, we've been waiting forever. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. He was very apologetic. He like cut our bill in half. He's like, please eat. You get a discount. He cut our bill in half. He was like super apologetic, and we were like, okay, cool. But my brother at the time was still younger. He was maybe 10. He was a kid. And so the guy was like, the manager was like, please, what else can I give you? And we're like, no, it's fine. You served us. Like, we just wanted service. It's fine. And he goes, no, like, okay, I gave you the discount. I'm like, okay, thank you. We appreciate the discount. It's like, no, what else? So he like points out my little brother, there was a wall with a bunch of shelves that had a bunch of these different kind of figurines. And he goes, you young man, pick one of these figurines to take home with you. And my little brother's like, I don't want any of this. And he's like, no, please, I insist, choose one. And I was looking at this guy. And at the time, he had a little bamboo sword. And I was like, damn, So I was like, go for it. go for the guy with the sword. And my brother's like, well, go for the guy with the sword. And he's like, okay. So because I told him, he chose this guy right here. And he handed it to my brother. My brother immediately handed it to me. And I was like, I'll take it, sure. So anyway, fast forward like a year. I had it at home, but my mom kept like moving it. And I was like, oh, just leave it here. And then one day my brother broke the sword. And I was like, dude, like this is a cool. And he's like, I don't care. I'm like, oh. Around that same time, I had moved into the office when we were all working together. So I remember at the time, I wanted to decorate my desk. I'm like, I need to like up my game here. So I brought this guy over because I'm like, it's going to break if I keep it at home. So I brought him over, but he was swordless. So it just looked like he was like double grasping, you know, like Casper's. Anyway, so
I remember.
Right, yeah. And so I had him there forever, and I was like, I got to give this guy like a sword. I tried to put like a pen in there, like a pencil. Nothing looked good. So then one day, and actually, I kind of like that I'm telling this story now. I made that origami sword.
Hell yeah.
And what's more, I had never done origami in my life. All right, now here comes the part that I'm excited to tell you guys, because I wasted a lot of work hours learning how to make that sword, because I was YouTubing it instructional, and I kept having to like, it was like a 6-minute video, but I kept having to rewind and like, oh no, I misfolded this, and like super complicated. Anyway, so I finished the sword, and the writing that's on the sword there, and it's probably wrong, but I looked it up. I want to say it's in Japanese. I don't know.
It is Japanese.
Okay, it's cool.
Asian.
And it's Asian, yeah. And it's supposed to say Merciless Monday, because that's something I used to say all the time. You guys probably don't remember. Every time it was Monday, I'd come in and be like, it's another Merciless Monday. And I always took that in the sense of like,
that is Monday.
I hate Mondays. I'm not going to show Monday mercy. Like, we're going into this thing head on. So when I made the sword, I'm like, yeah, this is like him going into war against Monday. It's Merciless Monday, but I wanted to like have it be, you know, like in, I think it was in Japanese, I don't know. But anyway, so I had that on my desk forever. And I wasted like an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours making that origami sword. I'm not going to lie. And I'm kind of sorry for it, but not really, because I've had it like ever since. Yeah. I mean, you know, but
and if Joel let it happen, then I was okay with it.
But I will say, like, it was always like one of my favorite decorations on my desk. And so before coming over here, I was like, I feel like I want to bring like a welcome gift or like some kind of gift. I'm like, well, I gotta have two. This guy was part of an aloe plant that I have at home already, and I saw that he was a little guy was sprouting right next to him, so I replanted that. I had that Shroot Farms flower pot forever, and it was empty, and I'm like, I finally have a use for it. So I bought these two. But I wanted to bring the figurine here because, to me, it was fond memories of when we all used to work together, and it also has that, like, Merciless Mondays, so, like, you guys come into a podcast, like, we show this thing no mercy. We're going to own this podcast today kind of thing. But anyway, it has some sentimental value to me, and I hope that it serves well here on the pod. So there you go.
I'm going to try to resist. But that story makes me want to kiss you on the face.
Is that cool with you?
I mean, for sure.
Okay.
Like,
I feel
eyes.
like we got a green flag.
Yeah, that makes me want to kiss you on both your eyes.
I try to leave them open for that.
No, we're going to take off your glasses. I'm going to kiss you on both your eyes.
The only protection I had, he wanted to take it off.
Like, I have a faint recollection of that now that you shared that story. Like, I feel like that unlocked a memory for me a little bit. But I don't have, like, a vivid memory of that. But I do... I'm like... if I can get myself back to that state of mind, I feel like I could see it.
Sure
I was gonna ask you if it was from when we were working. I'm like,
It sure
but I'm
was.
like,
Yeah.
because I do remember I have something similar, but it's like a toothbrush holder.
Okay.
But
There you go. And okay, so that origami sword is so old it's flopping, like, you know.
Yeah,
but
we don't judge against floppy swords. It's fine.
I was hoping you weren't gonna judge a floppy sword.
Yeah.
It's still a sword.
Floppy
I
swords.
mean, mine
are
stays
still
floppy
swords.
until it doesn't.
It's an angle. It's like, oh, how's it hanging? Oh, a little bit to the right because it's like drooping, but it's it's still there.
Oh. Now, in this moment, I'm realizing why you were like, "Hey, I really want to be there for this episode."
Yeah.
Oh.
By the way, thank you for being here.
This is why we
This is why we
promoted you to your position in the office.
Let's
We
go.
I
was a personality hire.
no, yeah,
son.
I think
like
Yeah,
for
you were.
real though, I think
Yeah.
you and I talked about this. Like we were like, it'd be really great to have him in the office
Yeah.
because every time he called in, we are like,
We tried to
it's
persuade
fucking
you."
Jose Rivera. Like, let's go.
We persuaded you to apply because, like, if you apply, you're getting it.
You did. I remember
Yeah.
something like that, and I remember thinking like, I am tired of being out in the field.
Yep.
Because being out in the field was cool in the sense of like every day's like a new kind of adventure. Nothing was like the same every day. But man, I'll tell you, working out in the sun, and I'm not even like doing hardcore labor. Like it sucked. It was definitely like, man, this is rough. So when I had the chance to work in office, I'm like, yeah, AC. Oh, I'm there. So I appreciate it just as much as you guys. I think we all wanted me to be in the office.
For
it
sure.
worked out. Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
good. And besides working there, I almost felt like we were like in a different timeline of like The Office, but it's like our own. I felt like we had like little things going on within that. It just felt office-y, like the show. Like there's a lot of like little things that are like, oh, this is funny. Oh yeah, this guy's.
So I can attest to that. Like one of the single best compliments I've ever had at a workplace was you telling me that I belonged in the show The Office. And I was like,
remember that.
holy shit.
I remember that.
I was like, that is so fucking nice. I'm like, I love that. That's so fucking nice. Yeah.
No, even right down to the HR lady.
Hey, hold on. Hold on.
Oh,
She was also doing accounting.
were you really? I had no idea.
So we didn't even begin.
We
did
haven't
not.
started.
We was about to at the very beginning.
Where do we begin, Joel?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Who Are You?
We started again, and we did the same fucking thing.
Maybe we just need, because to be fair, we haven't seen each other in like 5 years.
Yeah.
We begin with.
Give it to him. Give it to him, Joel.
Give it to me, Joel.
All right.
Come on. I'm ready for it.
We begin with these icebreakers.
Okay.
They are cards
Oh, you have cards in your hand.
with specific sentences that you must complete.
Wow, okay. I'm ready. Oh,
We're two cards.
okay.
I will begin this sentence with
I've been...
a conversation
Jeez.
I wish I could have again. ...
A conversation I wish I could have again. You know what? Yeah, I have one with my grandma before she passed. I didn't know the last time I actually spoke to her was going to be the last time I spoke to her. And first of all, she's my
fucking
hero.
time.
What?
Let him finish.
No, I'm gonna let you finish, but every fucking time we have somebody on there to talk about somebody who died.
I have,
But-
I did hear, but.
Continue. Your story.
Okay.
Go. Let's
okay. I wish I could have that conversation again if I knew that was the last time I was going to speak to her, because I never actually told her how much she meant to me.
go.
I never told her that she was my hero. So my grandma raised 6 kids on her own. My mom was the eldest, the big sis. So she kind of took on a motherly role while my grandma worked like 3 jobs. My grandpa abandoned the family. So I never met him. He like bounced before I was ever born. So she went through a lot. And she was one of those people that like, no matter what happened to her, she was always like positive. She always helped other people. She lived in the projects for like 25 years, and she could have moved out. I never understood why she didn't. Which, by the way, it's those East LA projects, you know, those famous ones with the murals. She lived in those projects, and that's actually where I had my childhood. That's where I grew up. But like, she lived, and it was dangerous, dude. Like, she didn't have to put herself through that. And then I ended up finding out later in years, she lived there because obviously it was cheap to be living there. But she was using that money to help other people. Like, we had family in Salvador that she put through college and like bought houses for, and like. Anyway, she was a great lady. She was my hero, and I never got to actually tell her that. And I did tell her that like 2 days before she passed, which just happened to be my birthday. But she was already kind of like on her deathbed, so I don't know if she heard me. It was like one of those like, tell her what you want to tell her, but she's not responding. So yeah, that's a conversation that I wish I would have had. That was like a tough thing to go through, but like, what I do to kind of remedy that is to make sure that nobody forgets her and how great she was, like her legacy. Like, my son got to meet her. He was like 4, I think, when she passed. He was young, but he did get to meet her. And they had this thing where Eli doesn't really know Spanish very well, and my grandma understood English but didn't really speak it. So they had this like thing where he would talk to her in English and she would respond in Spanish, and somehow they would have like a understanding, which I loved. But before my son was born, my grandma was like, I have a feeling he's going to be born on my birthday. And lo and behold, he was born on her birthday. So they share the same birthday. So every time it's his birthday, I'm like, don't forget, it's Abuela Luz's birthday too. And she loved you very much. And she was this great person. And he understands that. And like, he's like, oh, I miss her. I'm like, yeah, I miss her too. So I feel like that's my way of honoring her, is to make sure she's not forgotten. Yeah, that's my hero right there, dude.
This fucking guy, right? Did a time travel answer, the trauma answer.
But
all
I
in
still
one.
have a time
all in
travel
one,
answer.
all in one with the fucking icebreakers. Jesus Christ!
Let's go. We'll finish this one
God
sooner
damn
than
it.
later. That way I
God
can go to
damn it,
work
Jose!
on
All
time.
right,
Oh, man,
here's
messed
your
up.
next icebreaker question. Hope you
right.
don't answer all the other questions with it. I'm just kidding. We'll get into all that shit later. So the next question, or next fill in the blank kind of thing, a grudge I've been holding on to.
Wait, I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna answer this one with a grudge I was holding on to for a long time, and that is on my baby mama, because boy, did she put me through it, man. But I held on to that grudge for a long time. I mean, rightfully so. It was tough. It was really tough. Yeah, that was something that I held on to for a long time, was that she was not being the mother that she probably should have been. And I was upset because I thought that Eli deserved better than that. So that one was a tough one to kind of get over. But I was able to do that, thankfully. It's not something that like eats away at me that I can be at peace with now. So that's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
Congratulations! I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I know I am too, because
And like, no fucking shade on your baby mama. Like, I'm sure she's got her shit together and she's a great person.
she does, yeah.
Yep. But I'm glad that you aren't married to each other.
Oh, me too. Well, especially because like not even a year after we broke up, she married someone else. So that's
there you
kind
go.
of a thing. But
And they're good?
I will say he is.
Okay.
I was like suspicious about him because I'm like, are you gonna actually care for my son? Like,
Okay.
But-
yeah, there's that.
but I will say he has proven over the years that he legit cares for him like a son. He showed it. In fact, he's his basketball coach, and I go to every game. His mom isn't able to go to every game. She's a nurse. So she works a lot. But, like, it's kind of weird, but we're friends. Her husband and I, like, we're friends. And people might even think we're a couple because we're both there to support Eli for every game, you know? But no, he has shown that he's a good guy, and he does care for my son like if it was his own child. And that's really all I wanted, because you never really know. You're like, do you actually care for my kid, or are you just like one of those step parents that's like evil but like acting like you're nice? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's another thing I am thankful for. Like, I feel like that doesn't always happen. So I'm like, okay, I'm thankful for that at least. And I think that was also one of the things that kind of helped me get over it.
Yeah.
You know, of like, okay, that's cool. And he like chilled her out a lot, which I appreciate. Because her and I, we cannot like, not now. We used to not be able to have a normal conversation because she'd start blowing up on me and I'd be like blowing up on her because I'm like, hey.
Yeah.
You know, but
just explosive reactions.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
shit. Yeah.
exactly. And he really played a role in like talking a little bit more sense into her, and like, so.
Well, they have a different language between the two of them, right?
Yes.
And like, if you, for example, have the same language as your partner, sometimes that can be really great, and if it's not great, then it's really bad.
Really not great. Yeah. No,
And then somebody else coming into kind of like that mix can help kind of, I guess, translate like the explosive reactions down to like digestible, I guess, conversation.
Yeah, no, it really helped a lot. So I feel like each of these little cards is going on to like a little podcast of its own. Sorry, guys.
You're 100% correct. But
You're one of the few that gives full responses to it.
yeah, usually what happens is we read off these cards and then somebody gives us like a 2-sentence response. And then we're like, all right, moving on.
Whoops.
So no, you're doing what's supposed to happen, and
Okay,
everybody
cool.
else has been fucking up.
All right, cool. So I'm in the clear.
All right, so our next section here, easy stuff, just a hobby, interest, or passion of yours.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I don't know if I don't know. This probably isn't a hobby. Passion. Okay, so I would say running a summer camp is my passion. And I feel like you guys know, or at least might know about this, because I've been doing it since 2007.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I'm coming up on 20 years. But yeah, I run a summer camp, or it's not me by myself. It's me and a few other directors run a summer camp. When I was a kid, I didn't know summer camp was a real thing. I thought it was something that was made up for shows and movies. Like Heavyweights. You remember that one?
I did.
Oh,
okay,
dude,
okay.
that
Hold on. Hold
God.
on. Joel's been talking to me about Heavyweights for like fucking months,
Heavyweights
right?
is so good.
And I'd never heard of it. I'd never seen it before until like 6 months or less ago.
Every time I did we talked about filling out the tailboard topic stuff for work.
Yeah.
They were like, "What do you want to put on the thing?" I'm like, "Never put Twinkies on your pizza."
Yeah. So I didn't
But they
even
would never do it.
I didn't even fucking get the reference until like maybe 2 months ago.
You saw the movie finally.
Where I finally saw the movie, and then I did a deep dive on the movie where it was like, oh, this is part of like the dark Disney era where like they were filming these like what should have been rated R movies as PG movies, but just changing kind of like the language and stuff. And I was like, this movie's so dark. Like, oh my God.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller did such a good job being the bad guy in that one. He was
Well, yeah,
so
he
good.
basically did the same thing in Dodgeball.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I didn't know camp was real. And then I found out camp was real, and then I found out also that I couldn't afford to go. So when I did get involved with it, I was a junior in high school, and I didn't want to go because I'm like, it's gonna be that lame kumbaya, like nah. nah, I'm too old for that kind of stuff. And no, you'd be a counselor. And I'm like, nah, I always do. I resisted so hard. And then I finally went and I'm like, this is fun. Oh, I like this. Because you just like, I don't know, like when you become an adult, a lot of times you just kind of like lose a lot of like your inner child. Like I don't know, there's like this like, you know what I mean? It's like an element that you have when you're a kid where you don't care what anyone thinks. Like you're singing out the top of your lungs because that's what everybody else is doing, kind of thing. Anyway, so I started in 2007 and I was like, why have I been fighting to do this? This is amazing. And it was free for me because I was taking care of 10 to 12 kids for the whole week for free. So I wasn't paying to go, but I wasn't getting paid to go. It's kind of like canceled out. And actually, that's how it's been ever since. For almost 20 years. And you remember this because I used to take weeks off. And it's all volunteer work. I don't get paid to go, but everyone that goes doesn't get paid to go. But it's one of those things that's so rewarding in other ways. Like, it's not a money thing. I'll put it to you this way. When I come back from a week of doing camp, I'm so happy about everything. Even if it's me doing stuff I don't want to do, I'm in a good mood. You know, like, there's a lot of, like, I got to do this tomorrow, or, I got to take care of this. So you're just like, adulting, and you're like, Dude, when you come back from, your soul is just rejuvenated. You're just in such a good mood. And that's like, man, that's a feeling that I always chase after. And nothing has really given me that, like that rewarding feeling, or like that happy feeling, like doing a week of camp. And yeah, I don't get paid for doing it. And like, there's a lot of stuff. Like, you have to be, as a director, you're responsible for 350 kids plus, 20, 25 teenagers.
That's too many.
Young people. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. Like, yeah. It's a lot of work.
That's too many to not have a paycheck.
But man,
in my opinion,
it's so, and I think it's so rewarding because everybody there is doing it for the right reasons, not for the paycheck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, we've built this thing from the ground, because when we first started doing our own week of camp, we had like 70 people, and that's on the low end. And now we have 350, which is max. And we've done it to the point where starting next year, and this is like a huge thing for us, starting next year, we're almost tripling our size because we're in such high demand. So they're like, we're giving you guys the whole summer instead of just 2 weeks of the summer. We're giving you 8 weeks because you guys bring in the numbers consistently. And we're like, we accept. And then we're also like, man, that's okay. How are we going to, this is going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of work. So we're nervous, but we're also excited.
When does that start?
It's every summer.
So next summer.
Yes. Okay. So, but it starts.
Your episode's going to come out in October.
Before next summer.
No, in October.
Yeah.
So we can use this as a plug.
And
if you want to refer anybody to this episode as volunteers or whatever, we can do that.
Which we don't even need kids. We need staff.
Okay,
so kids we got. We have to turn down a lot of kids.
Talk in detail about how somebody can apply to volunteer for this.
You search up the Glendale YMCA. You go down to summer camps and you find Camp Fox, that's what it's called, on Catalina Island. Not only is it a whole week on Paradise, you get to do a lot of stuff, man. There's rock climbing, there's snorkeling, there's tubing, there's so much. There's so much. But you just gotta be good with kids. Like, make sure you're good with kids if you want to come work with us. You don't get paid, but you don't pay to go. And I'm telling you, these kids are paying top dollar to be there. So it's kind of like evens out, because all the kids are paying over $1,000. It's not cheap, but man, is it an experience. Fun fact: next year is the 100th anniversary of this camp. They've been around since 1926.
Well, that's great, because
I'll be able to volunteer for the 100th.
Because I stopped talking before you said that, so I can keep that part in. So we're gonna give great exposure to this camp. I'm really happy that you're doing that. Honestly, the way that you were talking about it sounds like something that I need in my life.
Dude, it's very rewarding.
But
Let's volunteer together.
I don't think I'm gonna do it.
And that's okay.
But the way that you're describing it sounds like something that would be very beneficial to me.
Dude, especially, like, have you ever been on stage, or do you have any desire to be on stage at all?
I mean,
And I say that because I run Campfire and I'm on stage like all the time, and I would, man, we can use you on.
I don't know if I would say on stage necessarily, but I don't have a problem with like public speaking or performance in that way.
Yeah.
As long as I know what the fuck I'm doing, like I don't have an issue.
That always helps. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm like, nobody asked me to be in charge, or I'm not in charge of Campfire. I'm just heavily involved in it.
Yeah.
Performing songs, but like what we've gotten into doing in the last 12 years is we do this thing called the director skit, which basically we look at what popular movie is about to come out or gonna be popular in the summer, and we do an on-stage rendition of that. I'll give you an example. Jumanji. Remember when the Jumanji movies
Like
came
the
out?
all that skits.
Yeah.
So Jumanji came out, and we did skits in Jumanji, and everyone was appointed a character. I ended up being Jack Black's character that turned into like the little girl, and like I had the satchel, I had the glasses, everything, and we used some dialogue from the movie, but we also come up with like original dialogue.
Yeah.
Which that's where I shine, because I'm like, I don't know, I love doing it. It's not something I do professionally. And I just like, I guess, putting myself in the character's shoes and be like, oh, I feel like this is the way this character would react to X, Y, and Z or whatever. But anyway, all that to say, I'm heavily involved in Campfire, and Eli is taking a page out of my book because this guy performed, Vacation by the Dirty Heads? I'm on vacation every single day because I love my occupation. Dude, this kid, this 9-year-old, performed this song. I would say by himself. I was up there. I was like hype. I was the hype man. I didn't sing. It was just him. He performed in front of 350 kids on the very first night of Campfire. Yo, that is scary. That is so scary. No kid goes up the first night of Campfire. But it's like this segment called Campfire's Got Talent. Like with kids, if you have any talent, sign up and we'll get you on stage. Nobody ever does it the first night. This kid, I'm like, do you want to wait? Like, maybe he's nervous. Maybe he doesn't want to do this. And I'm like, do you want to wait till like Wednesday? We get that on Sunday. And he like looked at me like offended. And he's like, well, why can't I perform tonight? I'm like, tonight? The first night? Tonight? And he goes, yeah. Let me just do it tonight. I'm like, but yeah, you can do it tonight? Sure. Bro, I'll show you a video. You can see it if you have my Instagram. But dude performed the song. He rocked it. Everybody was like into it, waving their hands. Bro, we were up there. It's called Vacation, so we're both wearing Hawaiian shirts. We had shades on, Bro, I was crying underneath those shades. I was tearing up because I was so proud. I was like, bro, when I was a kid, I was so shy, dude. I would never. And then here, this kid is center stage, 350 kids waving their hands. He finished the song, and everybody's cheering his name, and I'm like, I'm so glad I'm wearing these shades. Nobody can see me crying under here. But, like, stuff like that. And, like, yeah, like, obviously that had more of an emotional effect because it's my son. But stuff like that happens all the time. Stuff like it's, like, magical in a way. Like, you'll have a kid that's silent the whole week, and then they tell you, I like to sing, and you're like, oh, okay. And then they sing, like, really well. They're really talented, and they rock a song, and everybody's like, woo! And it's like, encore! And I don't know. Stuff like that. That's the reason why I do camp. And I know I've been on this subject forever in a day. I apologize. But I love that thing so much. And that's just, I guess that's my answer to the question that was asked like 20 minutes ago.
That's fine. A passion makes you talk for a good amount of time.
I can understand that though, where I feel like camp, like the whole kind of premise of camp is like that vacation or that away from home
the
kind of
escape from home. So especially like because we go from 7 to 17 or 8 to 17. So there's also like a program that works with the teenagers, and like they get their own kind of like alone time, like the older kids, and it gets kind of deep, and they like open up, and you're like, they start talking about the stuff they're going through back at home, and you're like, damn, dude, these kids are going through it. The stuff like that, like, I don't know, man. There's something really magical to it.
Well, it's giving them a place to output, right?
Yes.
That they don't normally have.
Yes.
So then
We'll volunteer our podcast.
That would be pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, so for example, like what you were talking about with your son, where it's like you specifically wouldn't normally do something like that, right? But presented in that sort of format, maybe you would, because yeah, you're in front of 350 people or whatever. I forget the number.
Yeah, it's like 350 kids.
Okay,
plus
8,000
yeah.
people, right? And then
3 million people.
right, so you're in front of a shit ton of people, right? But they're not people that you know. You know you're only going to be there for a week or two.
Right.
So there's this kind of amplified confidence that comes with that, where you're like, I don't have to live with the kind of like the aftermath of any of my actions here. So then you can be more confident. You can say the things that you don't normally say or whatever.
Having like, so when Eli went up the first night, that's always like the hardest night to like try to get someone to perform, or one of the kids anyways. We usually have like the adults performing because no kid wants to do it. But after Eli did it, second night, like 3 kids signed up, and it just snowballed. It takes one kid, like doesn't matter who it is. It just takes one kid to be up there, for another kid in the audience to be like, okay, well maybe if he went up or if she went up, maybe I'll go up, and they get that like confidence boost. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. And I kind of feel like an old guy talking about this, like, oh yeah, you know, these kids just need some, but it's true. And it's something that like, it's near and dear to me, for real. There's nothing I enjoy more than seeing somebody who doesn't necessarily have that belief in themselves, and then they just kind of get that courage to do it, and then they rock it, and then everybody's like cheering their name, and they're like, I can't believe I just did that. And it's like, yeah, you did that, you made that happen. You know what I mean? It's so good. It's so good.
That's why he listens to the podcast. That's who we are. We're nobodies, but we made 15 cents, and Joel's gonna get that money once it gets
gonna
to
double, maybe even triple.
Once it gets to a
buck in no time. $1, yeah. We're working our way up to $1, baby.
Yeah, once it gets to a reasonable amount and not like a an offensive amount of money, we'll give that to Joel, and then he'll still have to work.
Off of it.
No, he will invest.
You're still gonna have to work your full-time job. Like this is, we're not supplementing
you still have to
your
hit
income.
those corners, Joe. You're not exempt yet.
Oh yeah, you're gonna work a full-time job as long as I am, which is forever so far. But yeah, we're working on it. We're gonna get there.
I was fine with part-time. Just so happened that the postal service was full-time, not part-time.
Yes. Joel is in the postal service. So Ben Gibbard, Joel Tenorio.
If you're writing a letter to Santa Claus, you know who to send it to first?
No. I'm sorry. I thought you were into music. The Postal Service with Ben Gibbard.
You know what?
And Joel Tenorio.
Okay.
Yeah, Such Great Heights 2.0.
Yes.
We're on it.
Which amazing song, by the way.
Dude, that fucking... Oh, right? My God. We could do an episode on that fucking album, but we're not going to.
So good. Focus.
Next section.
All right.
So we like to talk about growth, which you've already kind of done already anyway in Killing the Show's rhythm.
Well, no, I have more growth to show.
But we're gonna do it anyway. So, what's a traumatic or painful event that you have grown from?
Yes. Okay. I do have an answer for this, actually.
That's great because
This
That's the
was my most recent serious relationship. That was something that I had to kind of really learn from. So without going into too much detail, I thought we were gonna get married. We were living together. We had a whole life together. Like, she taught me a lot about being a parent because she took a lot of child education classes and all that. And my son, he's slightly autistic, so he's a lot. He's a handful.
that's why we get along.
Yes. And so she was able to like speak to him in a manner that I had no idea how to do. So she taught me a lot. It was one of those things that was really hard to like end because she was so good with my son. Because our relationship, when it was good, it was really good. There's a lot that I was holding on to that I was hoping would rear its head again, but never actually did. And then I remember thinking like, you know what? I have to make the decision for me and for my son now. And it was so hard to do because I felt like we were so intertwined.
Yeah.
And like, it was tough. It was tough, but that was something that I actually, to be completely honest, I didn't think I would be strong enough to do. And it got to the point where I was like, no, this is the only choice I have left. If I continue this, I'm going to be doing my son a disservice, and I can't be doing that to him, you know? So that was really hard, especially because I thought we were going to get married. Like, I thought we were going to have kids. I thought we were going to live our lives together. But I had to really come to, like, you have to be real. You have to be honest. So, I ended that. And that was one thing that I had to really, I guess, find myself once again, once that ended. And that was 2.5 years ago that it ended. And I feel like I've been working on myself since, and it's been a lot better. But yeah, that was definitely one of the hardest things I had to do in my life. But I'm really glad I did, and I feel like, to this day, I feel like it was the right choice. Hard. One of the hardest things I ever had to do, but it was the right choice.
Time travel exists.
Yes! Okay, wait, I have notes for this.
Okay, so where are you going? When are you going? And what are you gonna do?
Alright, it's my time.
We've honestly shirked all of the fucking rules for this question.
I've heard.
Because it used to be a bubble where nothing you did mattered, and now everybody wants to change everything. So it's like, just fuck it. Like, what do you want to do with time travel?
I got a couple answers for this. Now, hear me out, right?
Okay, we'll listen to all of them.
I got
we'll listen to all of them.
I got a couple runner-ups, and then I got two that I would like really want to. Okay.
So I'm sorry. Just do the two that you really want.
Okay,
to
fine.
Don't give us the runner-ups.
Wait. Can I mention the runner-ups in like 5 seconds?
Sure.
I want to re-experience the 60s because I love the 60s. And then I think it'd be fun to do a little bit of that Back to the Future betting thing of like, I don't know who's going to win, but I know who's going to win. That's the short answer. Okay, now
this is why he's on the fucking show. I fucking love you, man. Like, yes, absolutely. Like, because I want to talk about that for another half hour on both of them, but we're not going to do that right now. So let's go.
Okay, all right. To the real answers. Now, my main answer would be I would have a little list. Now, this is assuming that using this time machine, I could go back to more than one time.
Yes, that is
okay.
Yes.
So I would look up the world's biggest unsolved mysteries and go back to around when they happened to see what actually happened. I got a couple examples, right?
Joel has already started.
I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know
with
what?
like Tupac and who else? Like, what else was it?
That village that disappeared. I remember
The village
you
that
mentioned.
disappeared.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Bermuda
And the
Triangle
Loch Ness
is
Monster.
Definitely one of
All right,
them.
let's
right?
go, Jose. Where are we going?
It's that village that you were talking about that disappeared, like out of nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's like a homeboy that was with them, and he left for a little bit. When he came
Yeah.
back, there's like no trace of him. They had left. The Great Pyramids, because like, man, bro, like those things are enormous and they're like lined up to the stars. Like, who does what? Huh? Anyway, that's one of the other ones. But also Stonehenge, right? We got Stonehenge, and there's that what's it called? The Voynich manuscript or something like that. Have you guys heard about that?
I don't think I have.
It's educate us.
It's this like, and I'm gonna probably butcher this.
Okay, well, educate us based off of what
right,
you know.
right. It's this like book that mysteriously showed up somewhere that's written in a language that nobody knows, and it talks about events that nobody's ever heard of. Okay, so a bunch of people that know linguistics from around the world have been brought to study this book to be like, do you know where this language could have originated from? Nobody knows where it fucking came from. Can I cuss in here?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
This is a very explicit.
Oh, nice. Nobody knows where it fucking came from. And it's like a total mystery. And it talks about a bunch of like plants and life, like animals that don't really exist, events that nobody really knows, like, and nobody knows where it came from.
So
There's
it's
like,
a book from a different planet.
basically a book from a different planet, different time.
Where
Like,
dragons
no.
existed.
Yeah.
But that would be my main answer, is to like have a list of this stuff and like go back and see what actually happened. And then the little like side second answer would be like kind of, I feel like what everybody else kind of had said of like, that's involving the past. And the other one is, I'd go to the future to see how my lineage is doing. I'd also go to the future to see how AI actually takes over, because it's happening, people. It's coming. Has anyone seen Terminator? Anyway.
What do you mean it's happening?
It's already happening. It's already started. Yeah, you're right.
We're everyone's just a bogus.
And the last one is, I would actually like to see how actual time travel was actually invented, and how, because like I thought about it and I'm like, yo, that would bring up so many like moral, like, we can, but should we? And like the discussions that would go on from that, you know what I mean?
I thought you listened to the show.
Oh, right. Joel and Sam invented time travel. Let the record show. I'm sorry. I redact that last part.
Yeah. Time machine's in that door over there.
Well, I thought you were telling me to leave. The door is right there.
No, time machine's right through that door. We just don't let everybody go into there because that would be really irresponsible.
You know
of
what?
Joel and I.
See? Okay. We need Sam in the future to be like the voice of reason of like, we need to be responsible about time
Joel
travel.
and I are responsible with time travel.
Joel will be the guy that's like, maybe, go ahead, try it, see what happens.
It's not that. We have very specific parameters for it.
No, that's
but
true.
This question has gone fucking off the rails.
100% it has.
With like,
but isn't that half the fun?
No, well, we love the answers from everybody because everyone's answers are very different.
That's what I was going to say.
Which is why we've abandoned the entire.
I actually
premise.
do like people. Like, I've heard a lot of the episodes, especially. I think I've heard every episode that has had a guest on it, and they all have different answers. And that's right. I'm a secret listener. I should start liking stuff on Instagram so you guys know I'm there. Double tap. Is it time for Joe's Bowl? No.
We don't do that
it's
shit anymore.
Velociraptors now.
Fuck yeah. Velociraptors.
Or you guys should have like a little like, you know, like
we've been joking about getting like the Velociraptor like claws from Jurassic Universal and shit.
Yeah, love it, girl. Yeah, but, you guys should do it.
But I don't feel like spending that money on it, so we haven't done it.
Oh, that's okay. We'll get Universal to sponsor.
Oh, fuck yeah. If Universal will sponsor us and just give us the fucking claws so we can do this goddamn segment.
So I can be like...
Yeah. But, again, season 3, when we have video, we'll definitely have those, and then we'll put them on for the segment. So, Velociraptor. We're going to be talking about some philosophy. Joel, hit us with it.
Yes.
Put it in our face.
Why is there something rather than nothing?
Wow. If you have nothing, is life even worth it?
Wait.
Damn.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Yeah. So I had to actually elaborate.
Okay.
Oh, is there more to that?
Well, and I'd love to hear your say it again and then
so I'm
give
saying
me
it
your
again.
elaboration.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I came a little too hot. I'm sorry.
why is there something rather than nothing?
Okay.
So then I also did not kind of get it. And so I asked our fellow Gemini here from Google if it can elaborate on what the hell it means. So the following portion is what it says. Is it's a profound question that's been at the heart of philosophy and theology for centuries. It's often considered a fundamental question of metaphysics, the branch of philosophy that deals with basic nature of reality. So it's basically also just trying to say when you explore like the universe itself, there's always something. There's not nothing.
Right.
There's always something.
There's always something, even though you can't see it.
Yeah, even though you can't see it, there's something.
Right. So
Dark
so
matter.
kind
So
of
like,
like
air is something here.
there's no such thing as nothing.
right.
Everything
Is
is
something.
literally
Is
something.
something,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had this issue last time too, where it was.
It was Tariel.
It was like a super convoluted way to say like, what's on the notes from last week?
Oh, I didn't type out the whole thing, but
I
it
did.
was the. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think or either I did or I told you what to type for that section because it was super.
Well,
convoluted.
I shortened it on
Yeah.
the notes as is reality objective or subjective? 'Cause
Right.
that's what you shortened it, kind of.
But it was like this
It was a
very convoluted
very-
thing. But it's like, well, no, is reality subjective or objective? Which was like the core of it, but it was a very like convoluted, weird way to get there.
Yeah.
So now we're talking about what?
There's always something. There's never
Right.
nothing.
There's never
So
nothing. Yeah.
there's no such thing as nothing. Everything is something.
Everything is something.
Hit us with it, Jose.
Well,
What
I
do
think
you
you just,
what do you think about that?
I think that's right. I think that's right. And I just saw this. Oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher this too. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't go into it because I don't know what I'm about to talk about.
You
It
should be
doesn't-
running a deli.
Okay, I saw
we
this.
we never know what
Okay,
we're talking
cool.
about either.
All right,
We're not experts on
I'd like to
shit.
say I'm not an expert on what I'm about
Yeah,
to talk
that's
about.
great.
Okay, so I saw this video about how somebody was in an empty room, and it's like, okay, there's nothing here, but then there's like I want to say a camera. I don't know what they use. They use something to like show that there was bits of air or whatever moving around with like, so if you have an empty room, it's not empty, it's always full of something. That's kind of what that kind of like reminded me of like, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Now I'm going down to Small Soldiers. I'm sorry I quoted Small Soldiers. But it feels true. It feels true. Like, yeah, you know, you can't see a lot of stuff that's in here, but there's stuff in here. Like, we're in here for sure. There's air in here, but there's probably other things in here that we can't see.
So Joel, what do you think about that?
There's always something. Even like when they discovered, was it antimatter?
Yeah.
That's still something.
Still something.
It's not. It's a void of. It's a void, but a void is something. It's not nothing. So, I don't even know if they discovered it, but I know there's talks about antimatter.
Wait, is antimatter the same as dark matter?
Probably.
Because I think
Again, not expert here.
I think I remember hearing like the way they figured that out is because the way light goes through it, like it goes through it, but like
I thought
it kind of deflects or like blocks. So they're like, there has to be something there.
Yeah.
Which would make sense. You know, it's not like going back to Small Soldiers. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Yeah, I don't know.
Good movie.
It does. It is a good movie. It does blow my mind how like, I don't know. I guess how little we end up finding out we know. Like the perfect example would be like, oh yeah, humans only existed X amount of years ago, and then there's something we discover like, well, actually this thing we discovered that was probably made by humans existed millions of years before what we thought it was. Never mind. Just keep moving the goalposts back. Like, no, that's what. Yeah,
I think this is the first time that all parties have agreed upon the philosophy. Because I agree with you guys. I agree with both of you guys. Where there's no such thing as nothing. Nothing
Yes.
is a placeholder for the word where you can't explain what's going on, or you don't know the word for whatever is in the fucking room, right?
Yep.
So even in a room where there's nothing, there is
There's
still
something.
something. There is microscopic fucking organisms or whatever going on floating in the room, right? So there's no such thing as nothing, and we have completely
We're on
obliterated
agreement.
this philosophy.
We three Velociraptors
Yes.
roar in agreement.
Anyways,
Anyway, move right along.
do you play cards? Hit him with it, Joe.
Alright, what do you got, Joe?
Cards here.
I thought you said you listened to the
full.
podcast.
I do, and that's why I said what kind of cards, because that's what everybody says.
That's what everybody
I'm playing
says.
along. Come on.
Let him play along. He wants to be part
He's
of the
playing
other
along
group.
too much.
I'm like, here comes the next segment.
Yes.
No, I'm an avid listener. What do you want from me?
You prefer color or words, sir?
Both.
I'll
Give them
you
both.
So you get to decide
Okay.
on which card you're picking. There's a card about perceptions. There's another one about reflections. And the third is about connections. Or if you want to pick color-wise, there's yellow, black, and gray, white.
We keep saying white, I think, for
I
some
think it
reason,
is
but
gray.
it's gray. Like
Yeah.
there's no white about it. It's gray.
It's just eye tricks.
I get it.
Because black with white can create gray.
I understand.
Let's go with perception.
Ready, then.
These have been fun.
Who would you invite if you threw a party and could bring any 3 celebrities?
Question.
Celebrities.
Do they have to
Living
be
or
alive?
dead?
Living dead. Okay.
Yeah,
Living
we'll
or
give you
dead.
living
Let's
or
go
dead.
with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Wow, that opens it up. Okay. First and foremost, I want to say Robin Williams because he's one of my heroes. He's okay.
Okay.
I'm just not gonna
Hold
go
on.
down that road.
You're staying the night
I'm gonna say-
in the bedroom tonight. 100%
Big spoon, little spoon, baby.
in the fucking bed.
Let's go.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I found out Robin Williams had passed while I was at camp, and I was so sad.
Oh.
So sad. But Robin Williams is definitely a shoo-in.
Okay.
I feel like. I'm not gonna lie, my brain is going toward like comedy and music people. So I think I'm just
Let's
gonna
go.
stick to that. Jim Carrey, because he's another one of my heroes. Let's go. 2 comedy. All right, I'm
Yes.
gonna choose one music. One music.
Hey, let's be honest though. Robin Williams and Jim Carrey are not just comedians; they're also
They
dramatic actors.
And they are amazing dramatic
Yes,
actors.
they're both.
Oh my gosh.
Can't do comedy without the pain.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. Okay.
Who's number 3?
Who's number 3? All right.
You're going down the musician route, right?
I was.
Who's your favorite musician? Let me help you.
Man, that's a loaded question.
It's not.
It is.
It's not. Who's the first musician that comes to mind that
Tupac.
you would love?
Tupac.
Okay.
Tupac.
There we go.
Tupac. It is Tupac. For a lot of reasons.
Okay.
So it would be Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, and Tupac, which I feel like they might have known each other at some point or another.
Probably.
For sure they did.
If not, they would at your party.
They would at my party. Man, what a fun party it would be. I'd have Tupac perform.
You think Jada would be there?
At the time, yes.
If Tupac's
Oh,
gonna
Jada
be
would be it. If Tupac is there, Jada's there. And Will Smith would be pissed. He'd be so pissed. He'd be
Keep my
wife's
wife's
name.
slapping Chris Rock all night, son.
He'd be okay with it.
I guess.
They have an open relationship.
Well, I mean, yeah, they do.
It's like the first good questions we've had for a long time. Okay.
So those are my answers.
Okay.
R.I.P. Robin Williams and Tupac.
See, it made him laugh.
I don't know if I had to like state my opinion on it. I was about to, but I'm glad you.
Yeah, so that was the break in between the intro and now we're in the outro. Sorry, we did not explain that to you.
It's okay though, because now you know.
Yeah, now you know.
Should I stay quiet?
No.
No, we're in the outro portion now.
So what did you think about that quote, Jose? Chili?
Oh,
Rivera?
Joe, can you hit me with that quote one more time?
Oh, yeah. Sure. It went, life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage.
I agree. And I will relay that a little bit to when I was talking about this earlier about when I was a kid. My courage was nowhere to be found. But once I did get courageous enough to do the things that I was interested in, my world did open up for me. So I agree with that quote wholeheartedly. If there is no courage, there's no action to be had.
Joseph?
Yeah, I mean, you have to take the first step. And the first step requires courage because sometimes it's the scariest step. That's all I got.
What a sage statement right here.
You can use that as a quote too sometime.
Honestly.
Yeah, courage fucking sucks.
Courage takes work.
No, courage fucking sucks. Like, it sucks. And it's hard and it's difficult, or it can be hard and difficult. But
it can also be worth it.
yeah, and without that, there's just kind of the absence of doing. So you're not doing anything if you're not being courageous. And I think one of my favorite quotes that I can't remember it off the top of my head.
We're only doing one quote.
Yeah.
There's only room for one quote in this segment.
Yeah, one of my favorite quotes had something to do with 10 seconds of bravery can drastically change something about your life, or something along those lines. Watch We Bought a Zoo with Matt Damon.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
That
Although I didn't watch it to its entirety.
So that quote is heavily influenced in that movie. Look that up. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Fuck you. I don't care. But yeah, that I guess that mentality has helped me through a lot of life. So I genuinely agree with that quote as well, where it's like, well, you got to be a little bit brave to get shit done. And when you exhibit that bravery, like, you can definitely get things done and you can definitely make things happen for yourself. So just be a little bit brave, even if it's for a little bit of time.
That's how this podcast started.
Yeah, actually.
Joel, Sam, thank you guys for having me on. This was genuinely a pleasure. I'm so glad I came. And if you guys will have me again, I wouldn't mind coming back for a later episode, maybe season 3. Stay tuned.
We will 1000% be asking you to come back on.
All right.
We're actually about to get to the follow-up episodes for all of our guests for season 2. I need to send those invites out, and also the invites to other guests who have not been on the show yet.
If you have been hesitant to come on to Who Are You podcast, let me tell you right now, do not be afraid. It is a real delight.
It's fucking fun.
It's real fun.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to this week's episode. Make sure to follow us on social media at Unique Noise on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube. Check out our website and merch and other projects at uniquenoise.com. Leave a like, a heart. We'll take whatever form of any kind on any platform that you got. Just let us know what you think about the show, or what you think about the quote, and any suggestions that you might have. Subscribe and follow, all that shit, so you can be notified of upcoming episodes. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you again next week.
You won't be sad.
Yes, you will.
Y'all, that was fun.